My name is Allison King. I work for the Gateway Academy and my job title is GLC Communications Officer. GLC stands for the Gateway Learning Community, which is an umbrella of schools with the Gateway Academy and then 4 primary schools underneath it. That's the Gateway Primary Free School, Herringham Primary Academy, Lansdowne Primary Academy and Pioneer as well. What I do in my job role is I look after all of the websites for the whole of the GLC, all the press releases, photography in school, individual photographs for the students, as well as panoramic photographs as well. We have Year 7 and Year 11, we have a panoramic photograph, so they've got something, a memento for the students to keep, for their parents as well, obviously. My first job was in London, on the foreign exchange markets. I initially wanted to be a jockey when I was in Year 10, Year 11 at school. Suddenly had a massive change of idea and went straight to London rather than college or university. So went straight into the foreign exchange markets. But when I was at school, I also learnt how to type. So I had that as a backup if I wanted to do secretarial work, which then progressed on to secretary to the director of the company. I was looking for something in London, anything really, anything just to get me up there and get into an office and a vibrant American bank. It just seemed really exciting, and it was. And it was just a family member just said, he was older than me, he was actually a trader for a different bank. And he said, oh, I know there's a job going at this one, so fancy coming up here and saying hello to them. And that was it really. And then I had my children, and I was at home full-time with my children until they went to school. And then I decided to get back into work. I didn't want to be at home while they were at school, so I still wanted to do something. So I started work at a primary school as a clerk to the governors. A family member had a hobby of motor racing, and the supplier of this motorbike wanted to have a racing championship in this country. So they persuaded myself and this family member to start up a racing championship. A lot of people were quite sceptical. They wondered why I would want to do this, and indeed whether I would be successful. But over the years, having the championship for 5 years, and it was the largest in this country, I think that showed everybody that anybody can do anything as long as you put your mind to it. Even if you're going into a so-called male's world, as long as you enjoy it, you really want to do it, you'll succeed. And then 5 years, I thought that that was plenty of time, and moved on to working back in schools again. Done a lot of different things, but normally one thing's led into the other. So it's good to meet people, good to network, and often that leads on to other jobs in different organisations. Networking, I think, is key for anything like that. The main things that I've noticed throughout all of the jobs, activities I've taken part in over the years, the underlying factor in all of them was organisation, attention to detail, and that's taken me all the way through to where I am now. Also, having a passion for what you do is one of the most important things really in any job. You really need to enjoy it, and I really do.